Thanks for tuning in to another episode of PandaVision. I'm your host, Rob Winters, Director of Digital Marketing, and today I am joined by Todd Sandberg. He is your Director of Business Operations. Todd, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
I know you were very, very excited to do this.
Sure. It's exciting.
First willing victim on the PandaVision podcast, so we'll start with something fun.
Cool.
Tell us something that most people probably would not know about you, whether it's about work life or personal life.
I have a 6-year-old sister. That's been really fun to get to know her over the last couple of years.
All right. So not to go completely Maury on you, but how do we have a 6-year-old sister? Because I think you're closer to my age.
The gray hairs give me away.
Early 20s, of course.
My dad got remarried and wanted to make the most of his senior years. So I have a 6-year-old sister. So
wow.
Good excuse to go down to Florida, enjoy the beach. And
Oh, okay. That part I like. Well, if you ever need like a friend to come to the beach with you, like frequent rapid rewards, whatever it is on Southwest, I'm happy to be there. All right. So Panda, what brought you here? Like, how'd you get here?
I came up in the same company as Joe LaRose, Christian Curry, Scott Tucker, Shane Kilborn, to name a few. Did my time at that company, and there are a lot of stories about that company, but I learned a ton there. I learned that I really like training people. I like working in management. I like working in leadership. That led to a stint at Xerox. When I talk about serving my time, I served my time there. I survived and went and did a stint with Marvin Windows. That was really, really cool. I got to learn more about how business operates, seeing it from the 3,000-foot view. And some life changes led to me looking at a career change potentially. Panda came into the fold, and I cut my teeth in this industry with Christian Curry. He and I worked together a lot before I moved out to Colorado, and the opportunity to get to work with him again was really, really exciting. So here I am.
I like that. Yeah, Christian interviewed me, he was a good interview, although it was an interview with he and Shane was very intimidating and scary. Different story, different podcast. Okay, so Director of Business Operations. Explain to myself and the audience exactly what that means.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of going into your office and saying, hey, quick question. And it's probably like 3 not so quick questions. And 4 days later, you're like, I think I might be able to tackle what you just asked of me. So I do that a lot to Rob. I do that a lot to Valerie and Christian. But my day will start with a cup or 2 of coffee, a lot of spreadsheets, looking at Salesforce, kind of seeing where opportunities are. The week usually has a smattering of me looking at different lead aggregators, different software types that we could implement with Panda. And then there's always a good bit of firefighting, be it relieving stress points throughout the business or working with Sutton and Joe and David to make sure the leads we're getting the sales team are getting processed the right way, that they're good leads, that they're getting called, that they're getting run, et cetera. So, it could be a lot of things, but it is a little bit hectic, and I do like that pace.
I was going to say, so it's more like director, jack of all trades.
I guess so.
Kind of have your hands in every pot.
Yeah, very oldest child vibes, I guess.
Got it. I'm youngest child, so yeah, I should be more spoiled. I need more attention. But that's fine. That's fine. All right. So with that chaos, if you had to apply a theme song to your, maybe not your job, but just a day in the life, what would that be? Or what would that sound like maybe?
Ooh, been on Marcus King a lot right now, so I could say The Well by Marcus King. Go with that one.
See, now I don't know it, but now I'll have to have Ryan like fit it in right here, a little like overlay, which I can't even make the tune, so I don't know what it is. So, but we'll figure that out.
Thank you for not asking me to sing it.
No, I would never ask anyone to do that because then they ask me to sing something, and I only sing it people I want to hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like people to listen to the song because I think it's good, and if I try to sing it, nobody's going to listen to it.
Fair. Okay, so Panda, really unique culture, which I sit across. My office is across from one of the talent acquisition team members. So I know a lot about our script and recruitment, a lot. You might even hear it in the background if you listen very closely. But what about Panda is kind of that unique thing that made you want to be here, aside just, kind of the history and background with all the people that you had relationships with?
There was a lot of momentum with Panda. There were a lot of the right people. It seemed like in the right seats on the bus, and it just needed a little bit more fuel. And bringing you on, bringing Ryan on, bringing David on, bringing OT on, bringing Ryan DeMalugi on. It's cool to see that momentum continue to build. There was a lot of excitement about where we could go when I interviewed with Shane and Christian. There was a lot of opportunity for me to use some of the things that I'd learned over the last, 9 years since I'd worked with them. And being able to tap into that stuff and not just do the same thing every day like I'd done the previous 4 years was really, really exciting. I don't think I've had one day here at Panda where it's the same as the day before. And I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Yeah, that is kind of nice. The days are very fast paced.
Yes.
Which I appreciate. They're never dull. The growth here, which seems really rapid, is that normal in this industry, or is that just something special about Panda?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's too broad stroke to say, oh yeah, every company does this, right? I think a lot of really, really good companies do this. I think you have a lot of growth in these companies that continue to rise to the upper echelons of their respective niches in this industry. Panda is definitely onto something. They've definitely put a lot of the right pieces in the right place, and I think we have more of the right people to keep stacking those pieces in the right places, and let's get to the largest roofer in the country.
I like it. So kind of taking that into our last question and thinking of the team as a whole, we're all stranded on a desert island, all 190 plus of us. It's apparently a large enough island to deal with us all, and a very large plane.
Okay.
What's your role going to be as you take on a leadership role on the island to herd these cats and keep them alive?
I'd say using my height in a variety of ways, maybe seeing how far we are away from the nearest all-inclusive resort.
I like that.
Maybe use me as a measuring stick to see how deep is that water, Yeah, I'm sure they'd find some use for my height.
I'm waiting for somebody's going to be like, we're going to build a roof. I know that answer is going to come.
I'm not the one to build the roof. Let's leave that to Tommy.
No, I love that. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for sitting down with us, and join us next time on PandaVision when we have our next guest, Tommy, who we're going to deal with what it's like to actually build out the commercial version of Panda exteriors and dig a little deeper into his day-to-day life.